All right, next I'm just gonna do a little art on this other side over here. So I'm just gonna pick a 3-point arc, and I'm just gonna go left click, and just make a little wave. So left click, left click, left click, left click, and that's about it. So once you have your stuff done, you want to save your sketch by hitting the green check box, and then to export this to our wazerjet or our laser cutter, you want to right click your sketch. We're only gonna have really one sketch, so right click it. You're going to go to export as DXF, DWG. Make sure this box says DXF. Make sure this says 2013, and you click export. And I am going to go ahead and give this a good name. So I'm going to call it JB version 1 wazerjet, and I'm going to hit save. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our software, which is it's wham.wazer.com. So I'm going to go to this address, and it's going to have you log in. So that's our username, and then password. We've gone over that. If not, ask someone. So once you log in, we're going to go down steps 1 through 6 in order. So import file, left click. Here it is, DXF file. And then what you want to do is you want to move it. So if you have some metal already mounted, make sure you know where it's mounted, because wherever this thing is, if this is 1 square, 2 square, 3 squares over, and 2 3/4 down, then that's where you want to have. So just know that wherever I move this to, I got to put metal underneath it, and this grid matches the grid of the machine. Okay, the scale, we shouldn't have to mess with the scale and position. The material, it depends what you're doing, but the stuff I have is stainless steel. It's 316 and it's 063, but basically know what kind of metal you have, know how thick it is with a digital caliper. Okay, now moving on to step number 4. I recommend your cutting path. You're just going to click your object, and it's gonna get it all. I recommend clicking center line for your cut path. Talk more about this another time. Tabs and lead in. Because you have text, I recommend having leads disabled, and we'll just do no tabs. Talk more about that in another video. And then finally, on our next thing is our cut. Pick course. It turns out just fine. Last thing, we're going to generate our job. And basically give this a good name, like your initials, like version 1, so you know what this is. And give it a good name that's has your initials in it. That's my best recommendation. And you're going to save this to an SD card. And then we'll go over how to do the machine once you have that in an SD card. All right, let's check out our new wazerjet cutter here. A couple of things you need to know about our wazerjet cutter is that you put your hand over here on the left and you pull out. This is where the abrasive sand that helps to cut the metal with water is. And to know if we have it in there, we're going to take off the screen and look inside. You can see we got this sand there. But if it is, I don't know, less than halfway down, then what you want to do is open up our pail here, and you can grab some of the sand. You know, you want to not make a mess, so not all the way full. And you want to pour this over the grate carefully. And the grate just, you know, helps to be like filter out anything that's large in there that shouldn't be there. Once you've got that, you know, more than enough in there, you want to be sure to go ahead and close this. And then you want to be sure to close this. Here's my foot. Next thing is with the water. This is a little ball end valve. When the valve is perpendicular to the line, it's off. So this is off, and then now that's on. When you're done using the machine, you always want to turn the water off, and you want to open up this valve here, and you'll see a little bit of water come out. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it. So again, when you're done for the day, just water valve is off, crack this open, close it. These two power strips should have green lights. Don't touch them. But if they don't have a green light, then you can reset the breaker. So we've covered the valve right there. The next thing is, it's important that with this right here, we're going to want to blow compressed air in there. And so over here on our Tormac machine, we have an air hose in here. And again, don't ever spray this gun at someone. You could get in a lot of trouble here. But let's see if I can do this one hand here. Take this like this. About 5 seconds should be good. So now we're going to leave this guy disconnected. We're going to leave it disconnected. And to power on the machine, you want to turn the e-stop clockwise until it pops up. And the machine will boot up. And by no way am I saying I'm an expert on this machine. I just know the basics. But I've learned from some people, looking at YouTubes and stuff. So down here we have our arrow key. So I'm going to go down arrow key to set up and maintenance and press the center button, the OK button. I'm going to go down to input output check and press that. Go to output check, check that. Go all the way to where it says HP value. And then I'm going to press OK. And we're going to do that 3 more times. So I'm going to press OK. Down, 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 down. Okay, edit out that last part. I didn't have the water on. So down to HP value. It's okay. And what you want to basically see happening right here is, I'm going to move this. We want to try and get the water out of the line. So you're going to be looking down at the nozzle there, and you want to be seeing not like whitish mist water. You want to see like kind of clear water coming out. So let me do it again here. Another second time or third. Takes about 3 seconds. So anyways, I would say to go ahead and do that 3 times. And we're going to call that good. Okay, the next thing we have to do is the water should be maintained at the top of the bed automatically. As far as mounting your metal goes, you know, 3-4 screws should be good. Screws just go down here with a Phillips screwdriver. What's important though is with this grid here is that it's got to match what you have on your screen. So on my screen on the software, I had it going right up there, and so I got some metal here that's going to work out great. Next thing you want to do is you want to plug this in gently. Again, this has been blown clear, and so you want to plug this in. All right, now it's time to basically cut our file. So I'm going to select cut file, use the down arrow key, got my file. Prepare machine to cut this file, yes. Lift nozzle clear of the cut bed, so there's no obstruction. So it's saying lift this nozzle because it's going to send this thing back over here to the home position. If it hits a screw like this, it could really cause some damage. So this thing's up high. It's up high. And I'm going to press OK. And it's going home. It's going to touch some limit switches. Make sure it knows where it's at. All right, that's done. It's saying, hey, it's going to be stainless steel thickness, going to take about 14 minutes. So I press OK. It says fill the abrasive hopper. Did that. Press OK. Confirm water supply's on. Yep, it's on. Fasten mature cut bed. I did that. Set nozzle height. Have not done that. So what I have to do is I'm going to take off this special top cover, flip it upside down, loosen this right here a little bit, and I'm going to have, this is kind of like our feeler gauge. So I'm going to be pressing down on this and kind of squeezing this. So this is our gauge here. It's our gauge. So it's down. And I'm going to tighten this pretty good. So pretty good tighten. And I'm going to take this out and don't lose this down in the abyss like one student did. We're going to put this right here. It does sink. That's where that thing goes when you're done. Don't forget that. So the height's set. And let's do a dry run. So dry run. So it looked to me like it was pretty close to this screw here. So I might move the metal down towards me a little bit more to feel a little safer with that. But that's what the dry run does. And you want, definitely take a look at that. But once that is good, once your dry run's good and you've done that, then the next step is to cut the material. So you're going to press the OK button right here. And it says press start. So this is the start button right here. That's the start one. But that's like your last thing.